Hey, it's Bob Negen, and in this episode of Real Retail TV, I am going to explore the critical importance of self-care down the stretch. So I have done several presentations and had many conversations about retailers being tired. And my guess is you are tired now too. You don't need to be told how hard these last 19 or 20 months have been. You don't need to be told how stressful they've been. And now here we are, after this huge stressful stretch, coming down the final stretch in the holidays. And so, again, many conversations. So I thought I'd make this quick exploration about what I believe you need to do to position yourself to come through these next couple weeks as intact as possible. So the first thing I really want to encourage you to do is to take care of yourself. You know, when you fly on an airplane, when they do that safety video and the flight attendant is standing in the aisles and the mask comes down, they talk about when the mask comes down. When the mask comes down, when the oxygen mask comes down in an emergency, they say, take care of yourself first. Why? Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. Excuse me. So the first thing I really want to encourage you to do is to take care of yourself. You know, I get it. You get in a pattern of pushing. You get in a pattern of thinking about work all the time. You get into this belief set that it can't be done without you. And I'm looking at you and telling you emphatically that if you don't take care of yourself now, in the next couple of weeks, you're not going to be able to perform the way that you should. So I want to encourage you to, number one, get enough sleep. You know, turn off the television, get off the screens an hour before you go to bed. You do not need to binge watch Netflix till 1 o'clock in the morning while your mind is racing about all of the things that are happening in the store. Be very proactive about getting enough rest. Be very proactive about eating healthy. You know, this is the time when you get busy. Again, you get in the pattern of eating on the go. You might get in a pattern of ordering fast food on your way home or ordering a pizza to be delivered. This is not food that will fuel you for the next several weeks. Think about how you can make healthy choices to fuel your body so that you have as much energy as possible down the stretch. Be easy on yourself. I have had so many conversations recently about people who are beating themselves up about being tired. They're beating themselves up about feeling burned out. They're beating themselves up. We're entrepreneurs. We're used to driving. We want to be able to be perfect. We want to get everything done. No, you don't have to. Recognize you're playing a long game here. You're playing a long game. You're playing a long game and you have a couple weeks left in the month, but you're also playing a long game in that you're building a business for years and years. And if you don't get that one thing done today, it's not going to make a lick of difference down, a year from now. So normally I would suggest to you, be more productive, work on your habits, work on your skills, get better, do more. But right now I'm suggesting just get through. Just get through the best you can. And if you're not living up to your own standards, forgive yourself. Let it go. You have earned the right to not be perfect. And the final thing that I want to share, and it sort of ties into all of these things, is if you don't meditate, if you don't engage in a mindfulness practice, now might be a great time to start. All of the scientific evidence points to the power of meditation, the importance of mindfulness. I strongly recommend the 10% Happier app. You can download it, try it 7 days for free. If you give yourself 15 minutes of mindfulness and guided meditation every morning, it really does set your day up for success. Or maybe you do it at night and it sets you up for a good night's sleep, which will set you up for success. I read a great quote about mindfulness. And what the quote said was, mindfulness does not allow you to control your thoughts, but mindfulness makes it so that your thoughts don't control your life. So getting control of your life is what we're talking about doing here. So number one, take care of yourself. Number two, take care of your team. Now is the time for you to be the best leader that you can be. And so, yes, you want to encourage them. Yes, you want to give them attaboys, attagirls. Yes, you want to be that enthusiastic leader on the floor, in the back. You want to be that enthusiastic leader. But leadership and management is more than emotional. Leadership and management also means that you give them the tools they need to be successful. And so now is probably not the time to start doing a lot of training. Right now, we're just trying to do the most with the season we have left. But I would encourage you to help your team members understand how to deal with difficult and cranky customers. So right now, I've heard it from so many people that this is the year of unreasonable, cranky customers. And so your job as a leader is to help your team deal with these cranky customers. First thing, if there's a difficult customer and you are in your business, you are on the floor, you are in your store, make sure that your team member hands that cranky customer off to you. You deal with it. Don't let them deal with it. The second thing that I would do is I would ADD this problem. And ADD is a model that we've created. You can learn more about ADD. There's a Real Retail TV about it. ADD is an acronym for Ask, Discuss, Decide. And so what I would encourage you to do is to schedule 15 or 20 minutes, make it a half hour, where you ask, discuss, decide. How are we going to deal with cranky customers? What is the best way for us to handle difficult customers? And let them help you come up with a plan. One of the tools that I would recommend for this ADD discussion is there is another Real Retail TV called The Right Way to Handle Complaints and Difficult Customers. Again, what are you trying to do? You're trying to give your team members the tools they need to have a successful experience when they're helping your customers on the floor. So what would you do? You would get your team together. You would watch this video together. This video would be the starting point for an ADD conversation, and you would come up with a plan and you would come up with some strategies so they are better equipped to deal with the inevitable cranky customer. The next thing I would do is I would feed them. I would feed them. I would feed them healthy food. Just as I'm encouraging you to eat healthy, to fuel your body correctly, I would encourage you to give your team members the fuel they need to have the energy they need. So have fruit bowls, have salads in the refrigerator, have healthy snacks. Yes, you can bring in a pizza every once in a while, but the name of the game is not to continuously feed your team members junk food throughout the rest of the year. Give them the fuel and the tools that they need to be successful. And the final thing that I would do is I would be very aware. I would be very present with your team. When you're on the floor, watch them. Pay attention to them. How are they doing? If they're getting stressed, give them a break. If they're doing great, give them a pat on the back. You know, your job as a leader is not just to sell, sell, sell. Of course, you want to sell, sell, sell. But it's also to maximize the opportunities that your team members have. And when you maximize their performance through your presence, it is a win, win, win. You win because your people are performing better. Your people win because they are getting the satisfaction that comes from performing at a high level. And your customers win because they're getting better service when they're in your store. So that's the next thing. And the final thing that I want to share with you is I want to encourage you to demonstrate grace, to recognize that everybody has gone through a lot these last couple of years. And when I looked up the definition of grace, it is courteous goodwill. You know, there's this concept called sonder. And sonder is the understanding that everybody has a hidden life that you don't see, that everybody has things going on that you don't know about. And in this time that we live that is so stressful, recognize that somebody may be behaving badly, but they're behaving badly because of situations that may not be under their control. And I am not for 1 second suggesting that you should roll over or put up with anybody's crap. But I am suggesting that you help your team understand that everybody has gone through a lot and everybody is going through a lot. And if you can find it in your heart to understand, to be empathetic, to be as kind as possible, that it's not only good for your business, it's not only good for your stress level and the stress level of your team, but you may really have an opportunity to make somebody's day. You may really have the opportunity to show somebody a kindness that will have a huge impact on their lives. And this is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you and your team. So those are my three, for what they're worth, pieces of advice. Take care of yourself, take care of your team, and show some grace. So we are coming down the stretch. I am so happy for you. I am so excited for you. I so miss being on the floor during the holiday stress when everything's going and you're counting the money at the end of the day. I'm excited for you, and I have 3 words for you to end this episode of Real Retail TV, and they are go get them. All right, everybody, I'm Bob Negen. Go get them, and good luck. We'll see you later.